And when you read the writings of the big players in the last 50 to 100 years involved in these international movements, like the Huxleys, like both the Huxleys, in fact, Julian and Aldous Huxley, and Russell and others, they say straight out that this world will be run by a form of scientific dictatorship where the public will simply obey. That's the whole key to everything now, is obey. You're an animal. We can retrain you like any animal, the Pavlovian concept, and your job is to serve the world state. That's what it's all about.
Alan, I want to bring up a key point here, and I want you to speak to this, studying their operations. At the heart of it, they are social Darwinists. They're saying if we kill 1 billion people, since we are in the positions of power, that means genetically we got the power because we were the best, and so we're helping the earth by killing you. They're testing soft kill weapons, sterilization, as the White House science czar spoke about. I want to go over this with you today. But more than that, they get the general public to adopt the eugenics ideas, but they don't even consciously know why humans are a parasite. Yeah, there's too many of us. We don't have art and literature and spacecraft, and, we can't do incredible things, which we actually are an incredible species, a wonderful species, a self-aware species. But the elites believe they're gods. They believe they're wonderful. And they want to control the future, and so they only sell the public on lowering their survival instinct so they will accept and make it a religious sacrament, dying for their carbon footprint, or not having children, or being sacrificed to the earth. And so this idea that man is crud, man is crap, they sell this and say, you have no rights, you're just an animal. It's a mind game. It's a huckster scam to say you can make no decisions, you're just programmed. But then, the elites have to have their rights, they have to have their bodyguards, they're free, they write all this sick, dark, nihilistic poetry about how they control everything and they'll destroy everything if they want to. So inherently, these are very sick, evil control freaks.
There's no doubt about it at all. It's a religion with them. It's a complete, it fulfills all the criteria of a religion. It's a belief system and superior genetic, basically hereditary genetic stock. That's what they believe in, that they're from it. They believe that we are the leftover junk genes at the bottom. Otherwise, we would be up at the top. That's the simple reasoning that they have. And they believe in power, total power is the main key to survival. Therefore, they're the ones at the top with the total power, and they do plan to exercise it. They are exercising it now. I just went through stuff that was released from the World Health Organization, from some of its meetings that they've never disclosed to the public before, and they admit during their own discussions, their internal debates, that most of these vaccines, all of the vaccines, in fact, the vast bulk of the contaminants in them, including genetic contaminants and viruses, are unknown to them. Sometimes 90% of every inoculation, and polio still is unknown to them. They don't know the effects on the body, except with the new adjuvants they're using for this upcoming swine flu shot. They do know that they're using, rather than chicken eggs, they're using cancer viruses. They admit that in their own writings. They're using cancer viruses for the simple reason that cancer viruses are almost indestructible, so it will stay in your body forever, supposedly to protect your body.
No.
But at the same time, it might just give you cancer. This is incredible science. In other words, they know what they're doing. They're taking the population down, not just at a drastic step all at once, but depending on your shot and your physiology, it will all start dying off much, much faster over the next few years.
Now, Alan, stop. This is mind-blowing, and we're on the same page. This is admitted in hundreds of government textbooks like Ecoscience by the White House science czar. We now have bought over 10 books he authored, all saying the same sickening stuff about how they would do this, inject us with cancer viruses that would trigger as soon as our hormone levels lowered in men and women between 45 and 65. We now see that happening. The boldness, what do you call the boldness of where they openly say they're killing us, where they openly admit the first 10 million people in Canada and the U.S. to get the nasal live flu virus, they admit it's going to mutate it and spread it.
Yes.
So in plain view, They admit it has cancer viruses in the major German and British news.
Yep.
We're shooting cancer viruses live into our nostrils. They admit the Gardasil's killing the girls and mutating. Its own inventor came out and said, don't take it. I'm sure they'll kill her or something. The point is that, what do you call that? Because I see them testing the ambient murder. They're now just killing us right out in the open and just setting the precedent to do it. And then everyone's dropping dead or dying, and it's like no big deal.
That's right. In fact, they even admit from the World Health Organization that they're doing a massive campaign to train the public to accept that masses of people die all the time from strokes and heart attacks and cancers, so don't relate it to the vaccine that you're getting. This is the present propaganda blitz that's out right now. So they're training the victim to accept his own death and put it down to coincidence. It's amazing that they understand what they can do to the public, because they've lied so many times in the past. They know the formulas and the techniques, and then they know how we respond. If there's 1% of credibility in their arguments, the public will want to believe them, rather than cross the line and say, these guys are killing us.
Because the average person, just like in Hardin, Montana, when our listeners caught the con artist felon, now admitted running a giant takeover of the town to put the locals in the camp the private criminal was going to own, still the local constabulary denies it, even if it's admitted, because they don't want to admit they're wrong, and it's too scary to admit it's happening.
That's correct. But they have no problems in lying to the public. And again, and these recently released documents from internal meetings at World Health Organization, they said they would have to lie to the public. They can't tell the public the truth. This is from their own minutes of their meetings.
And these are all eugenicists, and they go, it's sad we have to kill everyone, but it's for the earth. Everybody out there, you got to warn everybody you can. They're implanting you and your family with cancer viruses. These also spread. It's not just the shot.